we talk a lot about leadership, not only amongst the students, but amongst the faculty and staff. And it is with great pleasure that I introduce to you Ms. Carol Swain, who is not only our Hertford County High School Teacher of the Year, she's also the County High School Teacher of the Year. Ms. Carol Swain.
Good morning. Congratulations to the class of 2011. It is my pleasure to introduce this morning's speaker, Judge Rob Lewis II. Judge Lewis has served as a district court judge since 1994, presiding over the counties of Hertford, Bertie, and Northampton. In addition to his legal service, Judge Lewis has also served on many boards and organizations in the community, including 14 years on the Roanoke Chouan Community College Board of Trustees. 8 of those years he served as the chairperson. He is also the past president of both Hertford and Bertie County's chapters of the NAACP and a former chairman of the Hertford County High School Parent, Teacher, and Student Organization. He is the founder of the Hertford and Bertie County's Teen Court program and continues to serve as the advisor of the Bertie program. Judge Lewis is a graduate of the State University of New York at Brockport, where he majored in political science. After receiving his bachelor's degree, he entered the graduate program there and received a Master's of Science in Counseling Education. In 1981, Judge Lewis earned a Juris Doctorate degree from the University of Cincinnati. Later that year, he began his legal career after passing the North Carolina State Bar. It is evident that Judge Lewis values education, for today he will join the class of 2011 as he received his most recent degree, a Master's in Theology from the Roanoke Theological Seminary in Elizabeth City this afternoon. Throughout his life, Judge Lewis has felt a need to serve others. He is an associate minister at the New Hosky Baptist Church before becoming the minister of the Confenarian Missionary Baptist Church in Orlando in 2010. Judge Lewis resides in our Hosky with his wife, Faye. They are the parents of 3 children, 2 daughters, Khadijah and Takia, and a son, William III. He is proud to say that all of his children are graduates of Hertford County High School. Please join me this morning in welcoming Judge Lewis.
Young people, I will not apologize. I am not sorry that this is not MTV or BET. I'm not sorry that you can't move me with a joystick. I can't be Xbox, PlayStation, or even Wii. I won't be Grand Theft Auto, I won't be Mario, or even Sonic. I can't be Halo, Warcraft, or War Game, and you can't turn me into a sin. It doesn't bother me that I won't be on YouTube or Facebook. There will be no hoochies and no rappers. The only usher you will see at the door. No Snoop, no Eminem, 50 Cent, Ray J, Nicki, Lil Wayne, there won't be any basketball players like Dwayne Wade, Dirk, or LeBron. I won't apologize and I'll be longer than a ringtone, and my words will be too long to be text. The only thing that I can promise is to give you a message and let God do the rest. Not only the school board, the administration, Dr. Faye, Principal Ho, for allowing me to share this moment with you. First of all, let me say I realize that it was not about me and it was all about you. And I understand from sitting in the bleachers, because my children graduated from the school, that the only appreciated commencement speaker is one who is short, to the point, gets out there. I truly hope that I will be appreciated at the end of my remarks. Before I go any further, I'd like to congratulate all of you. From the top to the bottom, you have completed a task that has been long in coming. You've endured hardships, struggles, ups and downs, but you are here. Not all that started with you are here. So whether or not you're the valedictorian or if you're the last one in the class, I applaud you right now because you have stayed with it. But for a few minutes, I'd like to ask you each to ask this question to yourselves. Where do I go from here? Where do I go from here? Because you see, your high school days are over. This journey has ended. But let me tell you something. Another journey begins today. So the question you must ask yourself is, where do I go from here? What will I do from here? Because you see, one thing I want you to understand, everything that you've done before is gone. If you are the top of the class, you are getting ready to enter into another class where you have to perform all over again. The things that you did in high school won't carry you where you go next. My understanding is that the overwhelming majority of you are going on to some type of higher education, whether it's a 4-year college, a 2-year college, or a trade school. Some of you have chosen to go to the military. Some of you have chosen to go into the workforce. Some of you don't really know what you're planning to do. But I want to let you know that today is a new day, and today you can start to make your life real. Where do you go from here? Each of us, not only you, but each of us, each day, we need to travel as if it is our last day. We need to make the best of our life. I want you to understand, if you are last in this class, that does not mean you have to be last next year, or tomorrow, or the next day, because your future is in your hands. The great educator, Benjamin Mays, and you may have heard this quote, but I love this quote. It says, the tragedy in life does not lie in not reaching your goal. The tragedy in life is having no goal. It isn't a calamity to die with dreams unfulfilled, but it is a calamity not to dream. It is not a disaster to be unable to capture your ideal, but it is a disaster to have your ideal to capture. Goals, dreams, and ideals are what will determine what you do from this day forth. I truly believe that each of you has the potential and God-given abilities to do whatever it is that you want to do, but you have to want to do it. You have to decide where you want to go. You are starting a journey this day. You can determine where you will go in this journey. Ask yourself the question, where do I go from here? I'd like to give you a few pointers, not necessarily exclusive, but just a few pointers of what I think can help you determine where you go from here. Tomorrow belongs to people who prepare today. I know at 18 and 19 or 20, whatever your age is, it's hard to imagine where you're going to be in 10 years from now, or thinking what's going to happen in 3 years, because time is not there. But I'm telling you, if you want a successful tomorrow, if you want to be where you want to be, you need to begin to plan right now. There's an African proverb that says, where you sit when you're old is determined by where you stand when you are young. Where are you standing? Where will you stand? Because your future is in your hands. In terms of preparing for tomorrow, you need to be determined about what you want to do. You need to treat each task, each day, as if it's impossible to fail. You need to go with the right mindset that you won't let anything stop you. Nothing is too hard, because I'm telling you, the road you're going to travel is going to have bumps on it. It's going to have some stops and goes. Where you go, how you determine it, depends on your attitude. Let me tell you, don't let failure stop you. Sometimes when things get hard, people get a tend to want to just stop. But you know, I noticed something about this generation. Most of you play video games. And when your character, your avatar, that person that you choose in that video game gets killed, I noticed that no one puts the video game down. They up and try it again. Let me tell you that you need to have pride in yourself. You need to be passionate about what you're going to do. You see, some of us tend to equate a job with what we are. The pride is not in what you do. The pride is in yourself. If you're working at McDonald's and flipping burgers, you be the best burger flipper there is. Not because you flipping burgers, but because it's you. Because you know that if you flip burgers well, then sooner or later you might be the best assistant manager. And if you're the best assistant manager, then you'll end up being the best manager. And maybe if you're a manager, you get a regional director or owner of a chain, because it's you. It is you that is reflected by the job that you do. So if you flip burgers passionately, you're telling people that you don't care about yourself. If you go to school and you don't take advantage of what God has given you, you don't take advantage of being in school, you are wasting what God gave you. Some of you going to go to college, and let me first of all recognize Dr. Gilchrist for the alumni Rockport also, but you're going to go to school. You have a chance for those of you who are going on to college. You do the best that you can. You don't allow yourself to just fall into the rut. Be the best person you are. You need to take control of your life. There's a story. There's an animal in Africa called the impala. It is a deer-like animal. The impala is a small animal, but it has incredible leaping ability. They say it can leap about 10 feet or 10 feet high or 10 feet in distance. But when you capture an impala, the only thing you have to do is put it in a corral 4 feet high, and it won't leave, because that impala has a fear. It will not jump where it can't see where it can land. See, some of us are just like that. We continue to be in a box because we allow fear to control us. Do not let fear control you. You can jump out of that box. You will land if you have confidence in yourself. Don't be stuck in a little corral. If you have that ability, jump. I want you to understand that achievement is not an accident. An achievement takes work. Lottery may be an accident, may be luck, but if you want to succeed in life, you need to work. Because you need to understand, your future is in your own hands. You need to have responsibility for yourself. Right now, you got to stop blaming any problems you have on your mom, on your dad. Stop blaming the school for what you didn't do. Stop blaming anybody else for what you have, because the future is in your hands. What you make of yourself is in your hands. You need to have confidence in yourself. Some of us pay more attention to what other people think rather than what we think. And so you keep quiet, worrying about what somebody else says, and you will not listen to yourself. And you deprive yourself of your voice, and you deprive the world of your voice. And my mama, and I'm sure some of your mamas, you've heard the old thing, if you lay down with dogs, you get up with fleas. I'm so tired of people saying, it wasn't my fault, it was the friends I hung with. It wasn't me, it was the person I was with. I want you to understand that as you go on this journey, as you march a little bit forward, as you start to go on, and you start to get higher, I want you to picture a rocket. Have you ever seen a rocket leave Cape Canaveral? After it starts getting higher, after a while, in order to get higher, it has to jettison those extra tanks. You got to drop that dead weight. Some of you have started, you got to drop the dead weight in your life. And I'm not telling you to put anybody down. I believe you have, everybody needs a helping hand. But there's some time in your life that you have to make a decision of where you're going to go. And if the people around you I want to tell you that, and I'm getting ready to close, we're getting close now. If you are on a bad road, oh, I know some of y'all hit that blood last night. Thank you for y'all. If you are on a road, if you are on a road to nowhere, if you have chosen a path so far in your life that it leads you nowhere, get off the road. You don't have to stay on a path that leads to destruction. Get off the road. Let me tell you, both sheep and hogs have a tendency to fall in mud puddles. The difference is, sheep get out of the mud. Hogs continue to waddle. Which one of you? Finally, I want you to understand that even young folks have problems. Young folks get depressed. Young folks have heartache. Young folks have problems. You need to understand that there is a force greater than you. You need to understand that there is a power beyond just your power. There is a power beyond the power of the court or the education. You need to understand there's another African proverb that says, no one can uproot a tree planted by God. Dream your dream. Plan your goal. Realize your idea. And from the top to the bottom, I want you to understand, the future is yours. Where do you go from here? See, I believe that you are a tree planted by God, and my belief is that Jesus Christ is the power that is beyond all power. And so I ask you to do so. And so, valedictorian, salutarian, last in class, make the best out of your life. Some of you have made wrong decisions, and people have looked down on talking about this class. 2011, congratulations. Don't let anybody stop your dream. Don't let anybody stop your dream. Don't let anybody stop your dream. And I leave you with this. Excuse me. You are mistaken. I am not a baby daddy, but a man who is raising his child while not living in the home. Excuse me.